there anything else that you want to share about your project? Any new ideas that you might have, or something else about the material of these new tracks?
What I can say that the title of the whole album is interesting. I think it's called Kintsugi, which is the Japanese word
Oh,
that represents the art to recompose the bonsai pots.
oh, that's the name, and that's the name of the album. It's gonna be the name of the album.
Yes, and I
Okay,
think that uh, something related to every one of us.
I see. So it's a
Rose,
philosophical meaning. Has a
yeah,
philosophical meaning. And are you into Chinese traditions or Japanese? Sorry, you say Japanese. Are you into Japanese traditions?
I like too much Japanese culture,
Oh,
and I've been part of a bonsai school for
oh,
many years that give me a lot of how to say things to understand in the different way.
oh, I see. So you've been in a school. You call them bonsai school? Bonsai school?
Yeah,
I see.
little trees.
Yeah, like the tree. I was thinking of the tree, but there is a school called bonsai school. Okay, and they are about is a meditation school kind of for like for, that's what they do or other things.
Mainly is the art of make bonsai.
Oh, they
So
actually do that. Oh, I thought it was just a name of the school, but they do work on bonsais.
yes, yes.
Okay. Wow.
And my teacher, my sensei, is
Oh.
just how to say mm, he have a lot of Japanese culture in his head.
Ah.
So our technical lesson on the trees, some lesson are about uh, philosophy or something like that.
I see. Wow, how interesting. I never, I knew about bonsai and I know it takes a lot of patience and dedication to take care of a
Yeah,
bonsai, to garden a bonsai. But I didn't know there was a whole school for that. And that sounds very interesting. I'm very curious to find out more. And I'm sure that, yeah, you can learn lots with that because there must be a lot of metaphors and life lessons in every aspect of taking care of a plant. I am sure.
yes, yes. In fact,
Very
this is the
interesting.
most important thing for me.
And this changed you, right? You were saying this when you started this school. Do you think there was an old version of you and this new version after you learned from this school?
Yes, in such way, yes,
Wow,
for
how
for
nice.
sure.
And how do you get interested on a bonsai school? How do you get there? What brought you there?
I I've been I've been born here in Italy in the countryside, so I've been in the nature
Ah,
time of my life,
I see.
and I remember that my mom had this little tree
I see.
house, and I started to think, what is that,
I
and
see.
how
Wow.
he's like me and not like a big tree, and try to find some information
Wow.
on the books at the time, and then on the
Uh-huh.
internet, and I've been very interested in that.
Wow. So one thing led to another, and next thing you know, let's go to bonsai school. That's awesome. This is an amazing. This is the first person I know going to a bonsai school. I am very impressed to hear that. I'm very. I will start thinking more about bonsais now. I will
Yeah,
associate this moment whenever I see a bonsai. But this is wonderful. This is. I'm very sure that can teach you lots of things, and I'm sure you can apply that in your music, right? All this, whatever those feelings that it produce, working with nature, right?
yes, yes. In fact, I use these concepts
Mm-hmm.
also not only for the name of the album, but during the composition process.
I see.
Sometimes I try to to take the wabi-sabi connection, the
right.
Japanese way to think, and
Oh, nice.
it's useful also for the music, for the sake of music.
That's interesting. That's very great. As much as the Japanese culture, is there any other influences that you might have that you want to incorporate in your music?
It's simple to understand, and for me, Meshuggah, for example, are the main
Oh, I see.
guide, and then some bands like Tool,
Oh, Bands like Tool. I see. I see.
10,000 Days is good.
Yeah, I was starting to think about that album. Yes.
We,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
and
nice.
yes, also the psychological part of that kind of music is really interesting for me.
I
I
see.
know you know that I'm an engineer, so I always use numbers.
I
But at
see.
the point we have to understand that numbers try to explain nature. To me, of course, are touching something in the brain that is highlights something good for me. Yeah, so I
Yeah, I
try
see.
to copy
Uh-huh.
as much as possible, but
Yeah, sure. Of course. Yeah.
the process that leads them to this kind of great music.
I see. So Tool is a big influence in your. It has Tool made such an impact in your life. I know Tool has several moments in every album. Some are very psychological. Had a lot of psychology, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Are you into
But
psychology too?
yeah,
I see.
uh, such kind of music, for example, I don't know, techno music,
Uh huh.
touched something in your brain and highlight something that you uh, appreciate in this music.
Right. Yeah. It gives. You mean it can produce certain emotion, right? Depending on the music, right? Depending on the type of music.
Yes, yes. In fact, for example, if we take Meshuggah Tool or
Uh huh.
bands, is they are numerical bands in terms of I don't know rhythmical stuff or riffs. What I would like to say is that uh, to okay, numbers are important, but each one of us are sensible, have a great sensibility to such numbers or not.
Okay.
And this is, I think, the explanation why someone like some genres or not.
I see. So some genres can help us more than others in understanding this message about numbers.
Yes, I think so.
I see. I see.
Like,
I see.
for me,
So
are like this because they touch my brain in a different way from all other bands.
I see. I see.
Since I was 18 years old,
I
I
see.
never stopped to listen.
You were 18 when this happened, when this changed your life forever. Yeah, I see. That was the time, and it was with Tool, the band Tool.
Yes,
It was with the band Tool. I see. Wow.
Yes.
Is it hard to create music when there are other things that you need to think about over the week? I mean, do you need a specific time for the day? Like everything has to be quiet, or can you always improvise and just go with it?
I usually start with improvising something, especially the rhythmical point of view.
Mm,
So not related to harmony mainly or chords or lines.
I see.
I start with the rhythmical part of music,
I see.
but it's come from every time during the day. I
Every
mean,
time.
when I try to something something came in my mind, I start to drum on the wheel.
Yeah.
Or when I am working, I listen something that catch my my attention and so on.
To many musicians that still are, trying to get the word out, something that used to be impossible 10 years back or 20 years back, when it used to be different, where you had to put like a, you know, a paper on a post or in the streets, and people would finally know, oh, this, I like this band, and they just go. But now it's more like, you know, it's a tweet on Twitter, or some picture on Instagram or something on YouTube, and people start to say, oh, I like that, you know, and everything has changed with the technology. What do you think about that? Are you optimistic on that, or do you think it's a step back?
No, I'm optimistic about that.
I see.
That this is one of the best way we can use the social media. Of course, to support and to be a hater or just.
Yeah, exactly. There's a dark side of it, and there is a light side of it, you know. I mean, of course, you can always, it's like a tool. I mean, if you give a good use to that tool, then it will give you some results. But if you don't, then everything can go crazy. Yeah, that's how I see it. But I hope that musicians can see it that way, because, you know, it's up to the musician finding the audience. And some musicians are anti-technology, you know. Sometimes they are not so familiar with the technologies, and that can be a problem today. Maybe 20 years back, if you were not into technology, it didn't matter. What's the word? Yeah, like isolated from so many places, unfortunately. Or I mean, whether for good or for bad, but that's how it works right now.
Yes. I'm not best using technology, but I'm trying to be in line with the.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. Everything happens so fast. So my goal is that this is a way for me to be the bridge and connect you with your audience. Was it easy for you to get back on the this project for many years? It's something that you are now finding the time for it. Was it too hard before?
Yes, I have little time because I have a job, luckily. So I'm happy to have a job. But during night, during the weekend, I try to put a little pieces.
I see. So you had to work on other things, non-art related, I suppose.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We many of us are into that situation. So I think people will value your music even more when they know how hard it was for you and how hard you are trying, nonetheless. Because, you know, I think to me that shows the real, you know, it shows the determination that you have towards what you want to do. Because if you had all, you know, if we take things for granted, you know, it would be so simple. But what would be the point, right? What would be the point of not fighting for our dreams? So I'm sure you are fighting for the dream, and that's just amazing. That's really good that you're doing that.